of the We Are City channel for a new series, a new season with our series where we've been taking historic sides and building them in the modern day. This episode, or this season, for 3 episodes, will be Atletico Madrid. They're the side we're going to be taking over, and we're looking to replicate the side from around the 11-12, 12-13 season under, of course, El Cholo Diego Simeone. As for the side, starting with the goalkeeper, it would be Thibaut Courtois, who was the starting goalkeeper on loan from Chelsea at the time, and we've decided to go with Van der Voort as the man to be the replica. Of course, we will upgrade these players to their level that these players were, but he's the one I've chose as the sort of player, a Belgian goalkeeper, young, tall, high potential. That's exactly what Thibaut Courtois was while at Atletico Madrid, and while on loan there he turned into one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And Chelsea, who had Petr Cech, one of the best goalkeepers in the world as well in the Premier League, they said, you know what, Petr Cech, it's time to move you on because Courtois is the man. That is how good he was as a young goalkeeper, and of course the rest is history, moving to Real Madrid and becoming a Champions League winner. As a centre-back, Brazilian Nathan will be playing the Miranda role. Miranda, who I think is one of the most underrated centre-backs we've had in the modern day. Really, really good. Sort of was a late bloom, wasn't he? Played for Brazil in the later stages of his career, but he was a massive, massive player for Atletico Madrid. Played in multiple Champions League finals, played in La Liga, so good. A really, really, really top quality player. And he formed a fantastic partnership in the defence, in this 4-4-2 that Simeone played, with a fellow South American in Uruguayan, which was our Diego Godin, and for us it'll be Jose Maria Jimenez. I mean, Jimenez came through at Atleti as a young player, and he is the closest thing to Diego Godin. Everyone said, you know, he's very similar to Godin. I think injuries have really hampered his career, unfortunately. I think he could have gone on to be a much better player. But Diego Godin, captain of Atleti, and, wow, one of the most aggressive defenders. Could have moved to Manchester City at one point under Manuel Pellegrini, decided to stay at Atleti, and I think still to this day he's still playing football at nearly 40 years of age. For left back, we've gone with Chao Enrique as our Brazilian attacking fullback to play the Felipe Luis role. Felipe Luis, a very sort of balanced at fullback, I thought. Playing the defensive side and offered a lot attacking wise in terms of an overlapping fullback. He was a really good player. A really good player. And Chao Enrique is the man we're going to use to step in. He eventually moved to Chelsea, didn't he? Played under, I think it was Mourinho at Chelsea. I don't think he ever saw as good as he was at Atleti, where he formed a really solid back line. On towards the midfield then, and we're going to have a new man in there, which is Kokcu. He is going to be our Arda Turan, playing on that right hand side. One of the Turkish international, eventually moved to Barcelona, was really good there. I think he's managing now. He did get banned from football, didn't he, at a certain point, I think. And of course, when he first signed for Barcelona, they weren't allowed to sign players because he couldn't play for them. Very underrated player, scored a lot of really important goals for Atleti, so Kokcu is the man. As for Koke, big player, came through the system. We're going to go with Riquelme, already at Atleti. A few players, actually, you'll find in this series are players already at Atletico Madrid. We've gone with Koke as the man to be the young player, and Riquelme replicating that. Riquelme going to play on that left-hand side. Now, Riquelme is a bit more, not exactly the same player stylistically. Koke could play inside, also in the wide areas. Simeone likes to play a very narrow, doesn't he, 4-4-2 with the wide players. Not anymore, actually. He's played a back 5 for quite often, for quite a bit of time now, Atleti. But Riquelme, he's the one who I think fits the bill as the Koke in the side. As for Saul, he will be playing, already a Atleti player, he will be playing the Mario Suarez role. A very underrated player, really, in that Atleti side. Sort of did the dirty work, really, for Diego Simeone's team. One that was heavily linked with big clubs, never got that big move. I expected him to move to Inter Milan at some point. In the end, he ended up moving, I think, to Italy, and then his career seemed to drop off a little bit. But he was a very important player in Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid side, and he's going to be a really important player for us as well. So then on to the man who is going to be the captain of the club, Gabi. Gabi, who was the experienced midfielder who played a lot of football and captained this Atleti side plenty of times, captained in those Champions League finals. Who better than an Atleti legend himself in Koke, someone who's coming towards the end of his career perhaps, but has spent a long time in his career at Atleti, and I think he fits the role that we want of Gabby, a midfielder who's a bit of an all-rounder, decent defensively, good going forward, can control the game with his ability, but someone who knows the club inside and out, knows what it means to be an Atletico Madrid player. That certainly is Captain Koke, and he is going to be Captain Gabby for this one. And I actually think I've seen a picture of Koke with Gabby, or with Fernando Torres as well when he was young. So this guy knows Atleti better than anyone else in our 11 that he's going to be in this historical series. Marcos Llorente, a actual already Atleti player, he's going to play the Juanfran role. Now, I think that he can play right back. We've seen him play there for Spain. Of course, he plays right midfield, central midfield for Atleti in real life. But a lot of these players, I was thinking of players, that really do care about the club. That is what Diego Simeone instilled in the team, in the players. And I think Llorente, as Juanfran, I think he's actually probably a little bit better than Juanfran in terms of his quality. Juanfran was a great fullback, but I don't think he's as good an all-rounder as Marcos Llorente. I mean, you can see those stats right there. Every stat is pretty much, barring defending, pretty much 80. I mean, 79 defending, nearly every stat is above 80. He is a top quality player. So we've got our back line, we've got most of our midfield, we've got to get into the forward line with Camillo, a former Atleti player. He is returning to the club to be Adrian Lopez. Now, he is a striker that I don't think people appreciated enough. He played off another man up top that we'll get into, but he's fantastic. He is fantastic, a really good player. I'm hoping Camillo, with a bit of an upgrade, can play that Adrian Lopez role and be an important player in this Atletico Madrid side. And the final one is Radamel Falcao. Now, Radamel Falcao, we have already used in our FC Porto career mode. We used someone else. We used Juan Camilo Hernandez to play him. But we are going to, because I don't want to use the same player again, rejuvenate one of my favourite players of all time. Radamel Falcao will be played in this series by Radamel Falcao. His stats look poor. We're going to upgrade him back to the Falcao hold. The Falcao in this season, this unbelievably historic season for Atletico Madrid, where he was, I think, without a doubt, alongside Edinson Cavani, the best centre-forward in world football. What a footballer he is, and one of my favourite strikers of all time. So looking at the team in the 4-4-2, there we go. Upgraded, Falcao 87 rated, Camillo 80, Cochu 84, Riquelme 84, Koke and Saul in the midfield 85 and 81 rated. We've got Llorente 83 and Chalric 82 in the wing-back areas. Nathan and Jimenez 87 85 rated, and Van der Voort 84 rated, the goalkeeper. Now we're going to play a very Simeone style of football, defensive, counter-attacking, quick attacks, sometimes the long ball, whipping cross into the box towards the likes of Falcao, and see what we can achieve over 3 episodes, which will cover one season. Can we go far in the Champions League? Can we win La Liga? Can we do something historic with this historic side from one of the best teams ever assembled in Spanish football? So you can see setting things off with a 2-2 draw with Granada. Not the best of starts this season. Falcao on the score sheet and Camillo front line, but that is a little bit disappointing. Only a 2-2 draw to start the season. Maybe should have been doing a lot better, especially considering it's our first ever game. But we got that back to winning ways, or our first winning way of the season anyway, with a 1-0 win over Real Betis. The goal from Camillo, who at the moment is outshining Radamel Falcao, which is a bit of a surprise actually. I didn't expect that going into this one. A 3-1 win over Rayo Vallecano. Wins for Kogachu, or goals. Camillo on the score sheet again. Kogachu scored 2 goals in that one. I think he is going to be pivotal on that right-hand side for us this season. He's got lots of quality. On to Sevilla, a 2-0 win in the simulation. A clean sheet, which is quite big. And Camillo and the defender Nathan on the score sheet. But Camillo is Adrian Lopez. He has been really good at the start of the season. I'm impressed with his stats so far, and I've actually been a little bit shocked to see that he's outscoring Radamel Falcao. Falcao missing a penalty, Camillo scoring, Cochu scoring, a 2-1 win over Valencia, but Falcao not living up to the heights again. Falcao once again making the mistakes. That is a bit of a surprise. I am really surprised at that one. I didn't expect Falcao to be making mistakes. I didn't expect Falcao not to be doing as well as he is doing, but that's just the season's ways to go. Into the Champions League, where we picked up a 3-1 win in our first game. Camillo with a double, Llorente on the score sheet, a 3-1 win. But Camillo is an absolute goal machine, and considering he's not particularly highly rated, compared in fact to Radamel Falcao, who El Tigre is supposed to be our main man, Camillo is just scoring goals for fun so far at the start of this run. And yes, it's all simulations, but I'm really looking forward towards using Camillo in the actual gameplays of these episodes, in these 3 episodes. And we sit after 5 La Liga games top of the table. Now, we are level on points with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Of course, our 2 sort of teams that we're going to be up against, pretty much identical stats. You can see there, 4 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses for both sides, both with 10 goals scored. The only difference is we were a bit better than Real Madrid in goal difference by 1, but identical to Barcelona. Those are, of course, the 2 sides we are going to be battling with all season if we are going to finish top of this La Liga. Not going to be easy, but we're going to give it the best shot we can do with this Diego Simeone side recreated. And Real Madrid is our first big test at home. A side with Fede Valverde, Toni Kroos and Camavinga in that midfield 3, Bellingham in that sort of striker, false 9, whatever you want to call it, in behind Vinicius Jr. and Joselu, underrated, the former Stoke man. I mean, the pace at the back in Edmund Tower is dangerous. Well, into the game then, Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. We are taking on one of the best sides in world football, and hopefully we can come out on top. I'm very worried about the pace of Vinicius Jr. on the counter and the others, but the atmosphere is there, and of course this is a derby for these 2 sides. And in here with Riquelme. Camillo with a chance in towards the man in the middle. What a save by Courtois. Chance on the far side here for Garcia. Llorente across. Garcia. Bellingham. Into the middle to Fede Valverde. What a save by Van der Voort. That is top-class goalkeeping. Bellingham. Real Madrid are looking really dangerous. Vinicius Jr. here. Great feint to Joselu. And the Spaniard gives Real Madrid the lead in the derby. That is too easy. But Vinicius Jr. with the quickest feet, probably in Europe really, barring maybe Jeremy Doku, but he's lightning quick. And he dribbles so well there. Van der Voort, I can't blame him at all for that one, the goalkeeper. There's nothing he can do. Courtois, ball in there. Great feet. Joselu, that's an easy finish really. I think Nathan steps out a little bit too far, and I mean, Jimenez, there's absolutely nothing there. Kochi from the free kick opportunity here. At least we could test him. Oh, Courtois, shot is there, and a good save by the Belgian, push it away. On the counter, Camillo, we just haven't got the pace. I mean, Rudiger out, Alaba. Militao is so quick, but Kochi's got away it. And Kochi chased, and Kochi with a strike. Atletico Madrid are level. Well, the one of Metropolitano goes absolutely crazy here. Massive goal from the Turk. The new Arda Turan here, fulfilling the roles of Arda Turan in our side, in Diego Simeone's side. And that's a great finish by Kochi. Played in. Valverde right on his heels. Antonio Rudiger as well. But he does not let that stop him. It's a right foot strike, which I hit with so much power to make sure Courtois had absolutely no chance of keeping that strike out. Real Madrid 1, Atleti 1. Corner here, Toni Kroos over it. Hoping to get in level to break. Ball in by Kroos. Headed away by Jimenez from the chest of Fede Valverde. What a strike. Oh my word, what a hit that is from the Uruguayan. Falls to an edge of the box. Takes it on the chest. And puts it into the back of the net. That is an absolutely spectacular finish. I mean, the highlights here will show it. Headed away. One touch on the chest. And it just sits up beautifully for him. And with that right foot. So much power. What a strike by Fede Valverde. Nothing we could really do about that. Here come Real Madrid again with Lucas Vázquez. They've not really shown a real good start to the second half. Vinicius Jr. dancing feet again. Joselu stood off him again. And the Spaniard scores again. Well, not a good start to this season, is it, with Atletico Madrid losing to our bitter rivals Real Madrid. That is just way too easy, isn't it? Way too easy. Vinicius into Joselu. I mean, he hits this low and hard. Very difficult for Van der Voort. It's into the side netting as well. But questions have to be asked of Jimenez and Nathan there. Not across quick enough. And we punish once again. It's 3-1. Chance for Kochu. Lifted one in. Radamel Falcao with the head. A good save by Courtois again. Oh, a good play by Charles Enrique. Nicks it off. Eden leads out into Falcao. Falcao. Radamel Falcao over the bar. And that is the final whistle. We kick off things in gameplay circumstances with a 3-1 defeat to Real Madrid. That is disappointing for Diego Simeone's side. I think Real Madrid are the team to beat this season. if we want to win La Liga. They definitely are a team to beat. I mean, that man Vinicius Jr. just couldn't stop him, and he provided opportunities for Oselu, and Oselu, a good finisher, he scores. 3-1 defeat, 3 points dropped. Will this point result against Real Madrid? Yes, but back to winning ways straight after in a game against Cardiff. Goals from Koke, a double from our experienced man and our captain, with Netan as well on the score sheet. A 3-1 win, and we've got to keep rolling. I know that Madrid game has put us back a little bit. A 2-1 win in the Champions League over Feyenoord. Kochu and Koke on the score sheet as well, the two Ks. We're looking good. We are looking good. I think that Real Madrid game, we can't let that deter us at all, because this team is still really good. A 2-1 win over Real Madrid, over La Real Sociedad. Goals from Diego Bri off the bench, and Koke again, the captain. In the problems we've just had against losing against our rivals, has said, listen, I'm going to step up. Falcao finally on the score sheet. We beat Celta Vigo by 2-1. Falcao finally on the score sheet, but I do not know what's going on with Falcao. So highly rated. Yes, he's aging, but you'd think he'd do a lot better, wouldn't you? Going to the Champions League against Celtic and a massive 5-0 win over Celtic. Kochu gets sent off. I don't know why he gets himself sent off. He misses a penalty as well, but he scores a double. Riquelme scores. Camillo scores. But Camillo is outshining Radamel Falcao. Riquelme is Kochu. I don't know why Falcao isn't getting more goals. I expect him to be the star of this series. But I think Kochu is really outshining him. A 3-2 win over Alaves. A late goal from Llorente gets us the win. Falcao scores the opener, but it is Llorente, Marcos Llorente, making sure this Atleti side get 3 points. It's going to be a tough title race against Real Madrid and Barcelona. And you can see we currently sit there in second place on 28 points. Barcelona only behind on 26, only 2 points behind. We're a bit away off Real Madrid, but we do have a game in hand, and that could come into play massively at some point in the season. Back into the Champions League action. We did beat Celtic 5-1. This time it's just 2-1 at home. Marcos Polo and also Radamel Falcao with the goals to get Atletico Madrid a 2-1 win over Celtic, and we keep the ball rolling in the La Liga fixtures as well. Camille on the score sheet once again. Kochu on the score sheet once again. A Villarreal side that are certainly no mugs, but a 2-1 win over them. Again, this Real Madrid side that we're up against doing well. I'm sure they've won their game, but this Atleti side, we are performing to the best we can do. We're not keeping as many clean sheets as I want, but we're picking up 3 points, and I think we are right in the tail of Real Madrid. And when it comes to a game, you know, later on this episode, which will be against Real Madrid, if we win that, I think the title perhaps might be in our hands, dependent on the results around Barcelona. A 3-1 win over Mallorca. Goals with a double by Radamel Falcao. Maybe he's starting to get it going now. Maybe he's picking up form. Camillo on the score sheet again, as he tends to be in every single game. And in the Champions League, after 4 group games, we are top of the group on 12 points. Lazio, Celtic, Feyenoord, nowhere to be seen near this Atletico Madrid side. We are going to be sailing into the next stage of the Champions League without a doubt. Knockout stages, here we come. But La Liga action, big one, because we are, after 14 games, level on points with Real Madrid. 35 points each. Now, they are ahead on goal difference. We've got the same record in terms of win, draw, loss. They've scored more goals and conceded less. You'd expect that with the quality of players. Getafe somehow up there in 4th position in La Liga, which is a bit of a shock, really. Barcelona in 3rd, 5 points behind us. And the next bit of gameplay will be against a Barcelona side. Well, tough test on the cards here against Barcelona, but I know this side have it in them. Despite the quality of the likes of Rafinha and Balde in wide areas, Lamine Yamal, I don't think in the squad today. Robert Lewandowski up top, Ilkay Gundogan, Frenkie de Jong, Jules Koundé. The star names go on and on. But I think we've got the quality to be defensively strong and win. Here is Enrique. First chance could fall Atletico Madrid's way. Ball in towards Camillo. Camillo with a glancing header. Good save by ter Stegen. We couldn't get the rebound. Well, Barcelona starting to knock it around really well here. Pedri. Nathan steps out, can't win it. Lewandowski. Ferran Torres. Nice play. Oh, brilliant from Barcelona. This is absolutely fantastic football. And it's finished off by Frenkie de Jong. Well, that is absolutely brilliant football from Barcelona. I mean, as strong as I feel like we are defensively, we pride ourselves on clean sheets. We pride ourselves on defending strongly. Good in these situations. We were not good enough there. So difficult. Great play. Round the corner. I mean, that is fluid football. And I mean, Frenkie de Jong as well doesn't even take the first time shot. Balde causing us problems in the box here. Frankie de Jong again, lays it off to Pedri. Pedri on the turn. Pedri with a strike blocked away. Ferran Torres and a big hand by Van der Voort to tip it round the post. Chance for us here, Koke. Falcao. Falcao with a strike! And Atleti are level. And it's that man, Radamel Falcao. We'll bring him back a former player in the form of himself. Upgrading him to the level he once was. Of course, he hasn't got the trademark long hair and headband in this one. Great turn by the Colombian. What a strike as well across to Stegen. We're level. Let's push on. Enrique, Koke. And a bit of good football here. Enrique, what a run. Enrique in the box. Enrique across. In there is Kokchu. Atleti take the lead at the Mount Magic Stadium. And Barcelona are behind. 2-1 Atletico Madrid. And it's that man who I think is going to be the star of this series and the star of this season. I honestly do believe that. Only one season we play him, but he's in there again. And following in the footsteps of Arda Turan, the Turk playing for Atletico Madrid. What a first touch that is, by the way. Takes this thing out completely. Pokes it into the corner. What a finish. What a goal. Oh, Barca coming forward here with Pedri. Space opening up. Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan skips the challenge. Gundogan with a chance. Who it sails over the bar just. Ferran Torres. Pedri. Gundogan in space here. Ilkay Gundogan. What a save. Pedri can't control it. Wow, we got away with one there. Lewandowski. Balde, space for Gavi. Gavi, what a left hand from Van der Voort. Low and hard, and he pushed it away from the goal. What a save. Corner ball, headed away, cleared away. Chance for Falcao here. Camillo in the middle, is it? Kokchu at the far post, he missed everyone. Into the hands of ter Stegen, but that is full time. All 3 points are heading the way of Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. A 2-1 win over Xavi's Barcelona. That is a big win. That is, I think, a deserved win. They had big chances. Van der Voort, our big man in goal. He kept us in that one. He really did save us quite a few times. The hero, Kokchu, with the winning goal. So big win and want to keep the momentum going. A 3-1 win against Almeria. Goals from Marcus Polo, Marcus Llorente, as well as, I think it was Kokchu as well who scored as well. He has been a bit of a goal machine for us, hasn't he, so far in this first episode as well. It's only the first episode, 2 more to go. What could we achieve in this season? A 2-2 draw with Lazio. It is Radamel Falcao rescuing us late on with an 89th minute equaliser at home against Lazio. That's a bit disappointing in the Champions League, but we lead our Champions League group and we lead La Liga table as well after 16 games, 41 points. 2 points clear of second place, Real Madrid. We are looking quite good with Athletic Bilbao, the next big test for this side, being top of our group. And we see in the Champions League, we are into the knockout stage after finishing top of our group on 16 points. Lazio go through on goal difference ahead of Feyenoord. Celtic there on 5 points. But this Atleti side, we're doing pretty well at the moment. I'm actually really impressed with how we're doing. And I think we're in for big things this season. Into that game against Bilbao, a 2-0 win. Goals from Saul and Kokchu as well. He scores another goal for himself. The goal machine from midfield that he has been. Against Girona, a late one from Dobrek, but it is a double from Radamel Falcao. El Tigre scoring for 2 goals that get us a win over Girona. That's another big win for this Atletico Madrid side against the top side, battling for those top 4 finish places. However, something went wrong here. Rayo Vallecano away from home, Isi Plazon and also Rodrigo Raul de Paul, or I think it is, I can't remember his name is now. De Paul, he plays for, of course, Atleti in real life. We lose 2-1 to Rayo. Frustrating. Still 2 points clear though. Real Madrid have slipped up. Barcelona still slipping up. I don't think Barca are going to be in the title race despite being pretty close. I think it is us versus our rivals Real. 3-2 win over Valencia. Big win. Kokchu winning the game in the 83rd minute. We have got real mentality in the squad because we scored that many late goals. So many late goals. Another one there. Riquelme scoring as well for this side. And then it came to the big one again. The team second in La Liga. Real Madrid take on our Atleti side. I mean, look at the key players they're picking out there. They could have picked nearly every player by maybe Lucas Vazquez. That Real Madrid side looks dangerous. That Real Madrid side looks, I would say, scary. And I'm looking over my other monitor and thinking, wow, the results against them, everything that's going to go into this one. the likes of Rodrigo on the bench. This is going to be a massive game against Real Madrid today. And even in the first episode, this could decide our season. Well, is it revenge time? We've already fallen short to a Real Madrid side in a derby already this season. At home, they beat us 3-1. We go away to the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, one of the most historic grounds in world football. A side that have signed Vinicius Jr. as have signed Victor Osimhen to partner Vinicius Jr. up top. No Joselu, but I think it's worse Osimhen up top. It's going to be even more difficult. But we are ready for this one, and we've learned from that first mistake against Real Madrid. Here's Rudiger. Rudiger early on. Antonio Rudiger with a strike. Good save by Van der Voort. Early chance for Real Madrid. Llorente. Nathan, that's a big mistake here. We can't be making mistakes like that. Vinicius Jr. Good save by Van der Voort, and we get this one away. Llorente. Long forward to Kokshu. Space in the middle here. Into the box towards Camillo. Camillo! Should have crossed it. Saved by Courtois. Strong hands and Rudiger behind for a corner. Jean-Enrique. Kokshu. Into Falcao with a glancing header. What a save by Courtois, former Atleti man. Camillo. Camillo still. Look like run by Kokshu. Takes it down. Kicks it down. Strike with power again! And he's done it again in a big game, this young man. Turkish international. Arda Turan, reborn. And maybe reborn in even better fashion. What a finish by Kokshu. Ball over the top by Camillo, our striker. Being creative. Away from Eden Leitao. Hit with so much power. We've seen that before against Courtois by this man. Oh, Madrid are in here. It's Fede Valverde. Valverde. Valverde! Big save by Van der Voort. He went near post. Kokshu in. Falcao! Run-of-mill Falcao. What a save by Courtois. How have we not scored there? Last counter, is it? No. Full-time whistle goes. Massive win at the Bernabeu. Both sides taking 3 points off each other. Early on in the season, they took it off us, but we go away to the Bernabeu. And Diego Simeone's side outdo Carlo Ancelotti's side. 3 points head the way of Atletico Madrid. And we are looking like possibly the favourites for La Liga this season. This Simeone side have got so much aggression, and it's working so well. What a win against our rivals. So an absolutely massive result against Madrid there puts us a little bit clear at the top of that table. 59 points after 23 games. Real Madrid on 54 points. We are, at the moment, we've got to be title favourites. Now, Real Madrid, you can never write them off. You don't know what Real Madrid are going to do. But Barcelona, I said maybe not in this title race, are only 2 points behind Real Madrid. So if Madrid are in it, Barcelona are as well. Getafe really overachieving. Cadiz as well as Mallorca. But this Atleti side, we are going for the title this season. What history can we recreate this Atleti side? Can we go for the Champions League? Find out in the next 2 episodes. We'll see you guys next time.